Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone. You know the day of the week it is. I hope everyone celebrated and had a happy Cinco de Mayo yesterday. Yay! And this Taco Tuesday goes into the Mother's Day weekend. I still struggle with Mother's Day. I'll be honest with you. And for those that struggle with Mother's Day as well, I get it now. I understand. My mother and my grandmother went home to be with the Lord back to back, and it's still, I'm only a couple of years out. So Mother's Day is not the best time. However, it's a time to be celebrated for a lot of other people. But story time. So my mother went to be home to be with the Lord on her birthday on vacation. Yes, I sent my mom out on vacation on her birthday, and she died out there. I know I don't mean to laugh, but that's something my mom would do, right? She was just a whole vibe, my mom, and a hot mess. But that unexpected life event, my mom going home, really changed my perspective on a lot of things. Leading up to her going home, I had been pleading with my mother to retire, just to let working go. It just wasn't happening for her. She was already in her 60s, her early 60s, and finding a job was just becoming challenging, right? So I had told her, just file for your Social Security and I'll help you. I already had bought her a house. So finally, I convinced her. She went ahead, applied for Social Security. She only got X amount, like 80%, not the whole thing, because she hadn't reached a certain age limit. But she did it, she got approved, and she got her first check. And I remember it was the same month that I sent her on her birthday out of the country on vacation. And it was $901. $901. She received that February 3rd, and she died February 9th. All those years of working, decades, putting into, pouring into Social Security, gone. Now, I didn't know that at the time when all that went down, but she died in February. I went to the Social Security office around end of March, maybe into April, and I had to just fix some things out. This was kind of like my first rodeo with this happening. And because my mother was not legally married, and because she didn't have any minor children or children that were disabled, all that money that she had invested into Social Security, all the decades she had worked so hard, completely gone. They stayed with everything. Again, she got one payment, $901, and the government kept the rest. I am a big fan of educating on my platform and adding value. And if you still have your mother here with you, God bless your heart. You take as much time as you have and you get those memories, make those memories, right? And do video, record video, because you're going to need that when the time comes if she goes home before you. Um, but also prepare yourself. For whatever reason, we don't like to talk about that transition or that season of life, right? And it really is a conversation that needs to be had. And I like to circle back to this topic because you need to know where her passwords are at. You need to know where deeds, titles, life insurance policies are at so that you're not going crazy if something unexpected happens. You need to know her last wishes. What does she want with her stuff? What to do with her stuff? These people collect a lot of stuff and you don't know what to do. Do you want to keep something because it's so important to her and honor her? Or do you want to donate it? Or you got to have these conversations. So, again, that incident also taught me that tomorrow is never guaranteed. I always kind of knew that, but it really emphasized tomorrow is not guaranteed. The Lord can come and take you at any day, any hour, His will always, right? but just to be prepared, um, because that if that ever happens to you, and again, like how it went down, out of the country, it was a whole nother level of just uncertainty and not knowing what to do. um, at least have something in place so that you don't find yourself just extremely stressed and not being able to kind of process and healthy and being emotional and making healthy decisions, like mindful decisions, because you find yourself in a state of fog during that time. And with that, happy Taco Tuesday. Always sending light and positivity to all. This too shall pass. You eat your tacos, even if they're bingo tacos.